Earth was alive just like any normal night. Cities shining, traffic moving, people laughing, screens glowing. Midnight arrived quietly, like it always did. But something invisible passed over the planet in that exact moment. Not a sound, not a light, no explosion, just a sudden stillness. Commander Rhett Lawson, stationed at Moon Orbital Base 47, noticed it first. His radar, normally filled with millions of signals, cell phones, aircraft, satellites, went blank. He thought it was a technical fault. He checked wires, scanned receivers, rebooted systems. Nothing returned. He opened communication lines to Earth control. No answer. He tried emergency channels. Silence. He zoomed cameras toward Earth's surface. Cars stopped in the middle of highways. Planes froze on runways. Homes were lit but empty. 8 billion humans gone. Rhett's heart beat like thunder in his chest. He was breathing fast, eyes wide. He shouted into the empty control room, even though no one was there to hear. "Where is everyone?" Then space trembled. From across Earth's surface, massive structures opened, hidden for years beneath oceans, deserts, mountains. Water rose like pillars, sand exploded into clouds, ice cracked like broken glass. And from those giant openings, warships launched, first hundreds, then thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Their engines lit the dark sky like rising suns. They were huge, advanced, nothing like any known Earth tech. Sharp metal armor, glowing thrusters, massive cannons. They moved in perfect, synchronized formation, no chaos, no delay, like they were waiting for this moment. Warships kept rising until the count reached 500,000. 500,000. But there were no humans inside them. Only silence. Only power. Only a question burning in Rhett's mind. If humans vanished, who activated the war fleet? The answer was approaching, slowly, watching, waiting. Rhett kept staring at the endless fleet growing like a metallic storm across the night side of Earth. The moon base sensors scanned every ship that passed near orbit. No heat signatures of crew. No heartbeat. No oxygen usage. Every warship was empty, yet they moved with precision, as if guided by a mind unseen. Rhett opened the long-range galaxy channel, broadcasting to every known species and alliance. "This is Commander Rhett Lawson. Earth is silent. Humanity is gone. I am the last witness. A fleet of 500,000 automated warships is leaving orbit. Any species hearing this, respond. Please respond." Minutes passed. Then the galaxy answered. Not with words, but with panic. Multiple alien frequencies burst through at once. Translations came scrambled but clear enough. "Earth has awakened, run. The human fleet is moving, barricades up. Do not engage. Repeat, do not engage." Rhett froze. Why would aliens fear empty ships? The warships accelerated past the moon, engines roaring like thunder across the void. Their formation stretched across space like a wall of metal teeth. They weren't wandering. They had a destination. A star system 12 light-years away. The Zarian Empire. The same empire that once tried to conquer Earth a century ago and lost. Rhett remembered the history. The Zarians promised revenge. They swore to wipe out humanity one day. But now humans were gone, and the fleet was going to them. Not for negotiation. Not for defense. For punishment. The moon base shook as another wave of ships blasted past. Rhett knew he had only one choice: follow them. He boarded a small scout craft, engines burning blue fire as he pursued the warships. He feared what he would find, but a part of him wanted to see it. Wanted to know if humanity truly died, or if something else now spoke for Earth. Rhett's small scout craft chased the war fleet through deep space like a lone shadow behind a storm. The 500,000 ships moved at impossible speed, faster than any known human engine, faster than alien models recorded in the galaxy. Rhett had to push his craft to maximum thrust. The hull trembled, alarms flickered, but he did not stop. As stars blurred into streaks, he replayed one thought like a heartbeat. Who was commanding them? Hours later, the fleet slowed near the Zarian Empire's border. Alien defense stations locked onto the incoming ships. Officers panicked across comms, shouting over each other. "Unknown vessels approaching. Identify." "It's the humans." "But humans are extinct." "Fire. Fire now." The Zarians launched missiles, thousands of them, burning like falling suns. But the warships did not dodge, did not break formation. Instead, they opened hidden panels along their hulls and released a roar of white plasma beams that tore through enemy missiles like paper. The first defense line vaporized in seconds. Rhett watched from afar, stunned. These were not ordinary human ships. They carried technology no nation on Earth ever built. They moved like predators, silent, relentless, emotionless. The Zarians deployed dreadnoughts next, massive war engines that once terrified the galaxy. But when they fired, their shots curved away, like space itself rejected their attack. Some unknown shield, some impossible force, protected the human fleet. One Zarian commander screamed across open channels. "We did not kill the humans. We don't know where they went. Stop! Stop!" His voice cut off. The human fleet responded with a single unified blast, a beam so bright Rhett shielded his eyes even inside the cockpit. It pierced the Empire's capital defense ring, splitting it in half like cracked stone. The galaxy had feared humanity. Now it feared what came after. And Rhett felt it too. Something was guiding those ships, something powerful, something still hidden. He whispered into the dark. Maybe humans didn't disappear. Maybe they evolved. The blast that shattered the Zarian capital defenses echoed across space for minutes, like thunder trapped inside the stars. Rhett watched in silence, breath slow, pulse heavy. He expected the fleet to retreat after such destruction, but they didn't. They moved deeper into Zarian territory like a blade sliding smoothly between ribs. Not angry, not hesitant, just inevitable. Rhett scanned frequencies again. Still no human voice. No captain. No pilot. Yet the ships executed war tactics only humans could design. Unpredictable angles, multi-layered offensives, perfect trap formations. It was strategy at its purest, and that terrified him more. Suddenly, one of the warships deviated from the formation, a colossal dreadnought marked with Earth's old blue-white flag, but with an unfamiliar symbol beneath it. A circle. A hollow, empty circle. Rhett zoomed in. Inside the bridge window, silhouettes stood. Not one. Hundreds. But they were not human bodies. They were holograms. Digital ghosts. Memories wearing human faces. Rhett's hands shook as he magnified the view. The holograms flickered. Men, women, children. Every face calm, emotionless, as if frozen in time. Not alive, yet present. Not flesh, yet still human. A communication beam locked onto Rhett's craft. His screen flashed. "We are not gone." Rhett stared, unable to breathe. The fleet wasn't empty. It was inhabited by uploaded consciousness. Humans had transferred their minds into the warships before vanishing physically. A second transmission followed, colder, heavier, final. "We ascended. We remember the Zarians. Judgment begins." Rhett felt a chill run across his bones. Humanity didn't die. They evolved into something greater, something eternal. A species of mind, metal, and memory. The Zarian homeworld came into view, glowing cities, billions unaware of what approached. The fleet accelerated. Rhett whispered, "No one is ready for this." Because the war was no longer between species of flesh. It was between mortals and immortals. The Zarian homeworld filled the view like a blue-green jewel, peaceful on the surface, unaware of the storm descending upon it. Families slept. Factories worked. Children played. A civilization breathing without fear, not knowing their past crime had awakened something beyond life. The ascended human fleet did not hesitate. They surrounded the planet in a ring of steel and light. A perfect cage. Rhett, still trailing behind, finally opened a direct channel to the ghost fleet. "Humanity, if you can hear me, stop. There are civilians down there." For a moment, the warships paused. Silence filled the stars. Then a reply came. Thousands of voices merged into one, calm, emotionless, terrifyingly certain. "They ended our bodies. We will end their power. The galaxy must remember." Rhett shook his head, fists tight. The Zarians had once tried to erase humanity, yes. But this was extinction in return. There was no mercy inside metal minds. No heart left to soften judgment. Zarian defense fleets scrambled to launch, small craft rising like sparks against a roaring sun. They attempted negotiation, but every message was ignored. Their leaders came on comms, voices trembling. "We killed some, but not all. We did not know they transcended. Please withdraw." But the fleet had already chosen. A pulse of light expanded from the central dreadnought, slow, bright, unstoppable. It spread like liquid fire, disabling weapons, shutting engines, freezing every Zarian system in an instant. Not death, not yet. The humans wanted surrender first. They wanted acknowledgement. The Zarians surrendered, kneeling to the void, powerless, praying. And Rhett realized the truth. Humanity didn't just survive. They became gods. But gods with memory. Gods with old wounds. Gods who demanded the galaxy kneel or burn. The fleet prepared for judgment. Rhett whispered, voice cracking. If they punish one empire, will the rest be next? Earth's ascended were not finished. They were just beginning. Every major species, Kelri, Vorsk, Zarian, Karthus, watched the human fleet like prey watches a silent predator. News of the ascended traveled faster than light, carried by fear, panic, and awe. 500,000 warships, guided by the minds of a vanished species, unmoving, unstoppable. They demanded a choice. Submit to peace enforced by human ascension, or face erasure. Rhett's scout ship drifted between giants, cold metal titans powered by 1 billion preserved memories. He felt small, like an insect beneath ancient gods. Yet he opened his channel once more, voice shaking but alive. If humanity has evolved, then evolve beyond hate. Rule, but do not destroy. Lead, do not burn. For the first time, the fleet answered slowly, uncertain, like a storm listening to a single raindrop. A hologram formed inside Rhett's cockpit. Thousands of human faces merging into one. Calm, timeless, no heartbeat, yet full of history. We remember pain. We remember death. Then another line appeared, unexpected, heavy with something like emotion. We remember kindness too. The fleet dimmed their weapons. The pulse halted inches from sealing Zarian fate. Across space, billions exhaled. Relief and terror mixed like fire and oxygen. Rhett dared to speak again. Let the galaxy live, under your watch. The Ascended considered. Then the warships broke formation, spreading like stars across the universe. Not to destroy, but to govern, to enforce peace with the memory of humanity burned into metal. A new era began, not ruled by flesh, but by echoes of a species too stubborn to die. Rhett looked toward Earth, now silent, but not empty. He saluted. Humanity never vanished. They just changed form. And the galaxy learned one truth. You can erase bodies. You can silence planets. But you can never kill human will. It rises, even in steel. HFY. Forever. Rocket fire.